Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto markets. As we head closer towards the end of 2021, I do have my eyes on a few altcoins that have been sleeping for most of this year. One of those altcoins is Reserve Rights, RSR, and I do expect it to start to wake up as we close out 2021 and head into 2022, because there are a lot of updates happening with Reserve Rights. And in this video, I'll be covering what those updates are. I'll also be hopping into the price charts, doing my analysis, and giving you again my price prediction for the RSR token for the end of this bull market. If that does interest you, be sure to stick with me until the very end of this video. And if you are new to Crypto Empire, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button down below and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And let the gains be with you. So to start out this video, let's take a look at the market cap as a whole. We can see we have a $2.6 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is trading at $61,900 with the Bitcoin dominance level of 43.9%. We also have Ethereum trading at about $4,000. So now with Reserve Rights, it is currently trading for 4 cents with a $528 million market cap. That puts it at rank number 163. And all of the RSR rangers out there know that RSR has been much higher in the market cap before, and realistically, it is undervalued in my opinion right now. And of course, I'll be explaining why in this video. We can see for RSR, the maximum supply is 100 billion tokens, with a circulating supply of only about 13% right now. 13.1 billion are in circulation. Now we can take a look on their website and see the release schedule. We can see that 50% of the supply is in something called the slow wallet, and this is controlled by their core team and will be used to fund the RSV adoption initiatives like listings, partnerships, marketing, etc. So RSV is their stablecoin, and then RSR is the asset that us speculative investors can actually invest in. And additionally, the team plans to use a significant portion of these tokens to participate in arbitrage. So with this slow wallet, it is locked by a smart contract, and it has a 4-week delay after each withdrawal order. So what that means is if the team wants to take tokens out of the slow wallet, they will have to wait 1 month to take more tokens out. So that's how the slow wallet works. And then there's 37.4 billion that are locked until the mainnet does launch. All right, so these are progressively unlocked during a 6-month period starting on mainnet launch. All right, so 20 billion of these tokens belong to the team and advisors. 12.4 belong to the seed investors, and 5 billion tokens belong to strategic partners. So this is a pretty high amount, 37.4% of the total supply. So you would expect with them being so invested in this project for years now that they're not just going to dump on the market. But just be aware that 37% of the supply is locked until the mainnet does actually start going live. And we can read right here, Mainnet Launch. This is directly from the Reserve protocol, reserve.org. So when people say mainnet launch in the Reserve community, they are referring to the launch of the full Reserve protocol on the Ethereum mainnet. The team is aiming to launch the full protocol in Q4 2021. That's right now. We have about 2 months until the new year. It's difficult to be sure we will hit this timeline in advance because there are multiple levels of security that have to be achieved, and sometimes security analysis takes a surprising amount of time. So of course, they want to make sure it can't get exploited, which is very good. On a high level, the rules for the protocol and its decentralized governance must be well designed so that it can't be attacked economically or politically, and so that it will maintain the right economic properties over time. On a low level, the code must be carefully evaluated to make sure it actually works as intended. Even audited contracts get hacked, so just doing an audit to check the box isn't sufficient to become in-code security. With that perspective in mind, the protocol team is working hard to execute the launch as soon as possible. So we do expect it to happen in Q4 this year. And notice how they said it can't be attacked economically or politically. It is a smart contract on the blockchain. Once it is live, the code can't be altered. All right, so another stablecoin here with RSR. It's kind of similar to Luna in a way. Luna obviously uses Seigniorage, totally different kind of way of doing things. RSR has their vault, which is backed by assets, and of course the RSR token itself. So 2 different ways of doing a stablecoin protocol, but it's decentralized. It cannot be attacked. It cannot be exploited. Once it is live, it is live. It is up and running. All right, so that is very good. Now let's talk about basically what problem RSR is solving and how it's actually going to work. So it's a stable currency. That is a basic human right. We can head right here. This is their mobile app. This is what will actually be used, how adoption will happen. This has already been rolled out in Venezuela. It's been tested there for quite some time now. Now it's being implemented in other South American countries like Argentina and Colombia, I do believe, as well. So the problems with these South American countries and their fiat currencies is they get extremely hyperinflated. They lose their value a lot over time. We're talking 99% of their value. And I traveled the world for a bit, and when I was in Australia, I met a lot of people from South America because that's where they go and work there. And I was talking to these people, and they were telling me, and these people were from Argentina, they were explaining to me how to save money in Argentina, you basically needed to put your money into US dollars. But only wealthy people, only rich people had access, had means to put their money into US dollars. So it's kind of like this unfair conundrum where the average Joe, the normal person, wanted to save their money because their fiat currency was losing so much value. They wanted to put it into dollars, but they didn't have the means to. Only the wealthy, only the rich would get access to US dollars through a bank account or cash, etc. So that was a problem. That still is a very big problem. That is hyperinflation 101. Your fiat currency loses a ton of its value, and you have no way to preserve your savings because you have access to no things that exist out there. Obviously, now we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the ultimate savings protocol. You put your money into Bitcoin, and that's going to keep on increasing over time. But Bitcoin isn't necessarily a currency because people understand that it will just keep on going up in value, so they don't necessarily want to spend it. So that is why there are alternative currencies being developed right now. Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin. It's the king. There's no debate about that. Its value will continue to go up, not financial advice, but that's my opinion. But again, people don't want to spend their Bitcoin because they understand how valuable it is. Now, this is the app. Basically, what it allows you to do, it allows you to save money. Whatever fiat currency you have, you can instantly transfer it to US dollars, and you can keep it in US dollars. If you needed to spend money, you can put it back to the fiat currency of your local jurisdiction, whatever is legal tender where you are, and you can use that to pay for expenses. So we can see the app lets anyone have access to a US dollar account. Like I was just saying, only the wealthy people had access to a US dollar account before. This is making the playing field very even for everybody. You can exchange, use the currency of your choice to deposit and withdraw US dollar balances. All right, so if you're in Argentina, you have Argentinian pesos. You don't want to keep your money in Argentinian pesos because it's losing so much value. You put it into dollars, you keep it there. You're safe from hyperinflation from the Argentinian peso. Okay, you need to pay for something. You change it back to pesos. You send it, because you can see right here, send and receive immediately at no user cost. Okay, so it will cost you nothing to send the money, and you can send it to any other user in the app instantly. So this is huge. It allows you to hop back and forth between all different currencies, send and receive instantly. It's a total game changer. We can go ahead and read on. Use your balance to make transactions with cryptocurrencies. So you're going to be able to buy and sell different cryptocurrency assets within the app as well. So this is huge because yes, there are other stablecoin protocols out there like Terra Luna, but people in South America, in Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, they're not going to, most likely, they're not going to go and download Terra Station and learn how to use Anchor Protocol and how to do all these things. This is being pretty much handed to them on a silver platter to start using. So it's giving these people economic sovereignty, access to savings, whereas before they would have to keep their money in their local currency and it would just constantly lose value. So it has mass adoption pretty much implemented into its roadmap. It's a much easier route there. And the backers are huge, like I already mentioned earlier in this video. So this project has a lot of potential, and it's been sitting at below 4 cents for quite some time now. The all-time high was 6 months ago at 11.7 cents. And there are a lot of high expectations for this project. Now let's continue on, and we can look at their Twitter account, 83,000 followers. We can read right here, 1 day ago. While the majority of our current efforts are focused on adoption of the Reserve app in Venezuela, significant moves are being made towards other countries like Argentina and Colombia. So that's great. They're rolling out their app in more countries, more adoption, more use cases, more testing to make it perfect for when the mainnet really does go live. So definitely go ahead and follow RSR on Twitter to get all of their updates. And then as well, Nevin Freeman. So he's been in Bitcoin since 2011. He understands exactly what Bitcoin is. He knows Bitcoin is the ultimate savings protocol, but he understands that it's not necessarily a great way to transact. So that's why he and his team have been developing RSR, because it's going to make it very easy to transact on the blockchain with cryptocurrencies, hop back and forth between different assets, different fiat currencies, protect yourself from inflation, get out of your fiat currency that's losing money. It's a huge project, and Nevin Freeman knows exactly what is going on financially in the world, and he's solving a massive problem. And now one other thing, back in February, Grayscale announced that they're going to be possibly making a RSR Trust for institutional investors to invest in. This is basically a asset or an investment product that tracks the price of RSR, and it sells for a bit of a premium, but nonetheless, people like you and I know how to use a cryptocurrency exchange and buy RSR ourselves, but this basically allows for institutional access to RSR. So that's very good. I'll let you know if any more developments come out in regards to the Grayscale Trust. But the more eyes, the more investment products around RSR, the better, of course, for its price. Now, talking about its price, let's take a look at the price chart right now. Currently trading at 3.9 cents on the Binance exchange. By the way, I will mention RSR is listed on a few tier 1 exchanges like Binance, Crypto.com. It's not on Coinbase yet. Coinbase Ventures is a seed investor and early backer of this project. So there's a lot of hype around the RSR community about a Coinbase listing. I would expect a Coinbase listing to happen sooner or later, especially as the mainnet does actually go live. And you can only imagine how much attention and traffic a Coinbase listing would drive to RSR, making it very easy for investors globally to just buy it, even though it's already listed on some major exchanges already. Nonetheless, let's look at the price chart and go over my technical analysis. So this is a 3-day chart, and as you can see, we topped out back here in April at 11.9 cents on Binance, and we did lose from that high 85% of its value from the July summertime correction low. So from the bottom from July, we did hit 1.6 cents, and it did go back up to 6.2 cents, but now we have been in a bit of a retracement. If I pull out my fib from the high down to the low of this move, we can see we came all the way back down here to the 78.6. Now we're starting to move higher, and we're using this previous 50% retracement as horizontal resistance. And I do have my yellow dotted line there, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this fib and draw a trend line here. So this looks like an ascending triangle to me on the higher time frame on the 3-day, with this line over here at 4 cents really is the horizontal resistance line, the line to break here. As you can see, we tried to break above. We went to 4.5 cents over here in September, but then we got rejected with all the September FUD with the Evergrande fiasco and all the China FUD. And that gave everybody an opportunity to get themselves RSR below 3 cents again, but now we're marching our way back up higher. So we have this ascending triangle playing out, horizontal resistance at 4 cents. It looks very bullish to me. So with that being said, look for the breakout at 4 cents. Look for something maybe like a bump and run where we break out, come back, retest, and then start running up higher. Or look for a pullback to either this trend line here or this demand zone that I have drawn here at about 3.3 cents down to 2.8 cents, this demand zone in here. In my opinion, dips are for buying. That is not financial advice. That is just my personal strategy when it comes to RSR. I'm looking to scoop up the dips, and this breakout over here at 4 cents does look very primed in my opinion. Now, in regards to how high RSR can go, with these trend lines, what I did here is I connected the bottoms over here, and I connected the top of the wicks. So this is called an ascending broadening channel, all right? And I expect price to continue to use this upper line as the bull market does actually progress. So with this upper line, you can see that I extended it all the way right. Now, if we were to see this line again, which again, I do expect to happen, it already has one touch over here, and then of course this inception back here in August 2020. But if we were to see this line again, this bull market, we can be looking at a tap at about 25, 28 cents on RSR. But what I really do expect to happen is a breakout above this channel line. Remember, channels are meant to be broken out from. This is an ascending broadening channel. So I do expect price, when it makes its way up here, I do expect it to actually use it as resistance and then break above the channel, and that's when it's really going to start running. Now we can pull up our Fibonacci extension and take it from the all-time high down to the summertime correction low. And we get some extension levels. These can be used and should be used as take profit levels on the way up with your RSR bags. Remember, we're buying it down here below 5 cents. The 0.27 is at 14.5 cents, so that's almost a 3x from current price. All right, 3x is nothing to complain about. And then over here, the 0.618 is at 18 cents. All right, so that's over a 4x from the current price, and that is very bullish. Okay, so a 5x, maybe take a little bit of profit off the table, might not be the worst idea you can make. And then we can see the 1.618 is 28 cents, 2.618 is 38 cents, 3.618 is about 48 cents, and the 4.236 is 54 cents. So I do expect these fib lines to come into play with RSR. If we look at this chart again, we can see that realistically it had a huge 85% correction, and then it's just kind of been sleeping in accumulation now. When this thing wakes up, a lot of people are sleeping on this. It's not very exciting, not a lot of news, not a lot of marketing with the project. Nobody really talks about it too much. It does have a loyal, dedicated community to it, the RSR Rangers. Shout out to all the Rangers out there. If you're an RSR Ranger watching this right now, go ahead and like this video, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. But I think this thing is undervalued. We have this horizontal resistance at 4 cents. Look for the breakout here. We have demand at about 3.5 cents down to 2.8 cents. Looks very good. We're near the bottom. We have this ascending broadening channel. This is very bullish to me. Use those fib extension lines to take your profit on the way up, but also save a moon bag, because my price prediction remains at least $1 by the end of this bull run for RSR. Can it overshoot $1 and go higher? Sure, I definitely think that's possible with the adoption that is set to take place for this protocol. But this looks very good, and I'm excited for the future of RSR. So Reserve Rights is a stablecoin protocol set to have their mainnet go live later on this year in Q4. This project is backed by some industry giants such as Peter Thiel, one of the co-founders of PayPal, Coinbase Ventures, Sam Altman, and many others. I encourage you to do your own research, check out their website, see what this thing is all about, because everything does check out to me. Has a very strong community as well. The chart looks bullish. The fundamentals are there. So I'm bullish on RSR. What do you think though? Leave a comment down below. And again, if you're new to Crypto Empire, definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, also like the video. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.